Boom, we're here.
We are here.
Talk about that intro. I mean, a countdown timer that's so intense. It hypes you up right before you start. So thanks for guys who are viewing us right now. This is kind of our grand reveal between Austin Jackson and myself about the podcast that we're going to continue to do. We did a little event about it. We posted it out there. We're also doing a little trial and error. So if you guys want to comment down below, we should be able to see your comments and bring you in here into the chat with us live and in real time with a photo of yourself and a little comment down at the bottom. As you can see, we used the little image that I used for the event page. I'm not sure exactly if we got the post correctly into the event page itself, but I'll add it in there in a couple of seconds. But again, I don't like to do all the talking too much. So again, if you guys want to comment down below in the comment section, hopefully we can get that into here and brought it in here. If not, I'll let you know what's going on. And we'll kind of
it's going to work. We got to speak the positivity into existence. We did all of this just to get the comments to work. So it's got to work.
There we go.
There we go. There we go.
There you go. I'm talking about thank you, Chris, for that. So now we're going to do that one more time for you. Chris pops up right here. You got a little picture of yourself, a little comment of who you are. Now, awesome. You know that we aren't hiding anything from the community. We are telling you what we are seeing in real time. So how you doing, Chris? Thanks for being here with us. I appreciate that big time, brother.
You see how hype we get over the small things?
I know, because it works, right? That's the best part. So again, if you guys want to comment down below, introduce yourselves, say hello to us, let us know you're there. We'll bring you up onto the screen here. This is a quick little 30-minute thing between Austin and me just to kind of show you guys for the future podcast. We're going to be bringing on guests with us. Austin is a master of words. If you've seen any of his stuff. And I'll let him talk about his page real quick too as well. His group you guys want to follow if you aren't following it already. Very skilled with his words, very motivational speaker. And I want to put him on a platform for us to hear what he has to say and for you guys to learn from him as well as I have. A lot in the background. So now I'm bringing one of my good friends and mentors to the front of the spotlight here. In the industry. And again, I don't want to take up too much of the headspace here, but yeah, go ahead and network and get it going.
I got to give him some money for that hell of an introduction that he did, but definitely greatly appreciated, Omar, and I'm extremely happy to be here. I'm excited to be here. Bring a little bit more life to the AV community. There's so many technicians that's going through a lot of hard times and difficult times with everything that's been going on. So excited to kind of work us up out of the funk. We see some stuff is starting to come back. So let's get something going, man. Get in tune with us. We definitely want to see you down in the comments. We want to see these messages popping up. This is all live and direct in front of you guys. I mean, it's exciting for us to do it. I'm sure it'll be exciting for you guys to be a part of this. So,
yeah, no. So again, if you guys are watching us right now, I see there's a couple people watching. I know this was last minute. I posted this around 4 or 3 o'clock. So I understand it's last minute. You guys got things to do. But again, a little 30-minute little pop off of the new podcast. We'll be starting off again. There's a link there. There's an event there. It didn't post the way I thought it would, but it did post to the page correctly, so that's good. So it is on the page. It is on the group page as well. I'm going to share it into the event page right now. Bodie was our first to comment, which is awesome. So again, I'm going to show that right here. So for you guys that are commenting in there that are watching this on the replay side, we are now able to bring your comments into the conversation, so you're not just us repeating it back and getting the names wrong. You are in here with us, seeing us, which is my favorite part. We also did some other creative things here in the background as far as the content goes. But again, we're looking for your guys' insights, your thoughts, your opinions on what it is you guys want to hear us talk about in the podcast. We also, as part of the AV Educate team, are working with the AV Tech Talks. Very similar in concept. AV Tech Talks is strictly to teach and educate the community and kind of give you guys what you want to learn so that as we move forward in the industry, we don't move back. The AV podcast, AV Tech Talks for the podcast edition between Austin and myself will be to bring in more techs, more engineers, more stagehands who want to get their stories out there to help move us forward and propel us as we continue through COVID-19. As we continue moving forward on that stuff, what I want to do is I want to maintain the standards that we've acquired over so many years. I want to make sure we don't go back. I'm not telling you guys to change your prices or be stern on prices or do what you got to do. I know you got families to feed, mouths to feed. You got things to do. Do what you got to do. But I want to keep that level of understanding there And like also we've talked about in the past, make sure you guys are getting yourselves, while you have the downtime, getting all the education you can get, getting your training done, getting yourself businesses, learning about money, how it works, how it manages.
Yes, sir. I mean, this is the time that you've probably never had this amount of time for yourself. So what I would say is definitely dedicate this towards self-development, learning and educating yourself as much as you possibly can, deep diving into your craft, getting extremely skilled with it as much as you possibly can, but also taking care of business behind the scenes. A lot of these technicians, you guys have wanted to set up some business structures and things of the sort. Take the time and take the advantage of the opportunity to get everything set into place so that when things do start rolling and the ball does get rolling and things start coming back, that there's nothing holding you back and it's takeoff season right after. And that's exactly what we need to do. This has been a situation where we kind of felt like we've been pulled back, but the minute they let go, we're like a slingshot. We're propelling forward. So I just want to make sure that we're all doing things correctly and we're moving strategically and also above all else safely as we transition to kind of bring things back.
Yeah, no, and just to add on to what he's saying here, this isn't the, like I always say, we don't know all the answers, we don't have everything, but we're going to bring the community together to have these conversations, to have these talks, to break through some of these barriers and some of these misconceptions. You don't have to be a panelist with us. You don't have to be on here. You can be in the comment side. We can bring you up. It works with us. If you don't want to be there, just don't comment. But let us know in the feedback. Comment back to us. Let us know after the fact. This is for you guys. So let us know how we can best utilize it. I will say, just to start this off a little bit again, my phone is blowing up right now, man. This is crazy. So I will say again that we're going to bring back some of the guys from the AV Tech Talks. We're going to bring back Jason Learman, who we already talked to. We're going to bring back Nate Anderson. Phenomenal guy. For sure. We're going to bring them in here as our special guest to talk about the industry, what they're doing to keep moving forward. If you guys don't know who Jason Learman is, you should definitely look him up. He has been nonstop hustling. He's been making moves. He's been bringing the industry.
And you know what he did? You know what he did to actually be able to take advantage of this? He came up with this one thing called AGE. And I don't want to leak his info, but it stands for Adapt, Grow, Evolve. And he's taking advantage of that mindset, and he's takeoff season. And that's a phenomenal guy. The people that we're bringing in, they're all phenomenal guys, and they have so much intelligence to be able to offer as well. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, I mean, so we talked to him a while ago. That AGE thing is awesome. Honestly, we could do a whole talk about that. If you guys want to talk about that, leave that in the comment. I'll put it on blast tonight. And I'll tag Jason Adams and say, yo, you got to put on blast. You got to do your AGE concept to the world. Fucking copyright that shit, because it is really powerful what it is when you really understand those words combined together. A lot of guys, myself included, right? I'm still young. I'm 32. But there are times I'm like, oh, man, I'm getting too old, my age. And he kind of flipped it on its head, like, no, you're not old enough. You're just getting better every day and every day.
Yes. Yeah.
We're gonna also bring guys back like Justin Butler, who just did a talk with us. If you guys didn't see it on Monday, that was an awesome talk between the Raspberry Pi and the Stream Deck and Companion, how to get those all talking together. He had a phenomenal setup with multiple screens, multiple computers. The Raspberry Pi, which I have mine back in its case, but I've been programming it off of that video we did. My Stream Deck's out here as well, but it's all plugged in. I don't want to unplug anything from here. But, we have other guys we want to bring back too. I want to bring Bodie into this conversation as well. He's got some phenomenal information as an IT guy, as an OBS operator. I want to bring back Leland Best to this conversation when we can get him. And again, we're going to do this I haven't even said it yet, right? We're going to do this every Wednesday at 8 o'clock for you guys. We figure Wednesday is a good day. The time frame is pretty good. If you guys have any objections, let us know down in the comments. This is the launch. It's for you to talk to us and I'll talk to you. So I see 5 people now on this. I got comments going on. Again, if you guys want to see how this works, I'm super excited about it. I know it sounds so minute, but so I'm gonna put Chris's up there once again. This is awesome. So again, in the comments, you guys can see, we can bring you in here. We can show your stuff live in the feeds, in the comments. You get recognition 100% for it. We get to show your work and show your questions and answers to the community, which elevates not only our status, but your status as well within the community. And that's what it's about.
don't forget that it's not just questions. Like if you have info, put it out there as well, because those comments still get shared across the world, and we want you to get credit for the knowledge that you're bringing across the platform as well. So don't be shy. Don't be shy. This is all interactive. Your participation is not only mandatory, it's required.
Yes, I like that. So yeah, so comment below, guys, if you want to, come to the forefront with questions, your answers, your thoughts, your opinions. Nothing is going to be restricted. If you guys have been watching the format, the way we've done things in the past, I'm not changing much. All I'm doing is adding another layer that allows information to get out there that isn't just conform to that one educational platform. There's tons we can give back to the community by just having conversations, open discussions, not these backdoor conversations and these backdoor deals. No, these are up in front with the community and with you guys involved. And I just want to do whatever I can to make that facilitate for you guys while we have the time, because I know once everybody gets too busy, it'll be hard on all of us to kind of have this open form of communication. One of the things, how Austin and me met, we started months ago at OPAV for volunteering ourselves for these concerts they had over there. But it was a double-edged sword, right? We were volunteering our time because we saw the value in what we were learning there and the people we were connecting with. And now I got to tell you, half of that crew that I met on an event that I volunteered for during these times, I'm now connected with, constantly talking to, constantly communicating with, and we've all become like a little family because of that spirit of entrepreneurship, spirit of just giving back to the community. We all have it, and we're like, yo, I want to stay in contact with this guy and with this guy. Austin and me have been talking back and forth for months now, trying to connect.
We finally made it happen, though.
Yeah. We've been doing a lot of different things, and we finally got one. We're like, you know what? Let's do this together and see what happens. And I think the community is really going to like it. They're going to love what they see from us.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. So again, let them know, Austin, about your little group you have going on as well. I want people to go to your page as well and see what you got going on with everything that you're doing, not just what I'm doing on my end.
So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Austin Jackson. I'm also a tech in the AV world, as well as I own AJ Marks Entertainment. We're one of the labor providers in the Orlando market and a few other markets as well. However, one of my gifts that is I'm able to understand and communicate and connect with people. So in this time that people have been suffering from so much hardships and things within coronavirus, I decided to expound my reach and started motivational speaking. It's something that I've just been doing amongst friends, amongst colleagues, just always trying to give an uplifting or an encouraging word to motivate and uplift my friends, always trying to be that positive guidance and positive light. And the AV world, we've been taking some serious losses this year. We just lost another one of our brothers, George Driehaus, and rest in peace. Ford Casimir was another one. So throughout the process of all of these losses, they show us that we really don't know how short life is. We have these talents, we have these gifts, and it's our time to make them happen. There's no questions, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We talked about making this podcast happen for months, like he said, but you know what? It was about just going out there and making it happen. So back to what I was saying. So AJ Marks is the brand that represents me, meaning a journey of marks. A journey of marks is what I feel that life should be a definition of. Our life should be how we can impact other people. It's based off of a Maya Angelou quote that says, if you're going to leave a legacy, create a mark on this world that cannot be erased. So as I encourage all of my fellow comrades, colleagues, and loved ones, all of the such to, as we go out there, make your mark continuously, religiously, and whatever you do. You meet someone, hey, how can I make my mark with this person? You start a new job, how can I leave my mark here? You have a passion, how can I leave my mark? You have an idea, you want to start a business, how can I leave my mark? And just by asking that simple question, I feel like it pushes us to be the absolute best that we can possibly be. So I'm always that person to come and talk to because I have a passion for helping people. But you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Facebook, you can follow follow me on YouTube, all at Inspired by Austin. I try to keep it simple, at Inspired by Austin, and you can find me on any one of the channels, and I'd love to connect with you.
Awesome. Yeah. Just said, guys, if you're not following him, follow him real good. Follow him real good. That's
real good.
The man is true to his word. He's not fibbing anything. He's not adding ad libs to anything. He is the real deal. He's talking stuff. I've known him for a while now, and I've not been disappointed by anything I've heard him talk to him about. He's always led me in the right direction, so I appreciate that a lot.
Yes, sir.
It's very rare to find people who are true to what they say. And, I stand by them as myself. I try not to ad lib or say things that aren't very accurate to what really happened or what I've done and experienced. And you're another gentleman who I feel the same way, that you say the reality of what's really happened, and you don't add filler. You don't.
It's not necessary. Fluff is not necessary, man.
Right. You build your life and you build it right. So, I'm glad you're here with me. I'm glad you're doing this with me. We're going to be at that 20-minute mark, guys. So we got 10 more minutes left. I got a couple more comments. So I see Bodie here has another one, and Christopher Brown.
I got your 6.
Always hired helping hand, man. I hope we can bring Chris on board as well with us as part of our panel here. I also got Ed Wallach, who's been a awesome here. Looking good. Thank you so much, Ed, man. I appreciate that being there.
Brilliant minds. Brilliant minds.
Brilliant minds. Yeah. Ed, if you guys, you have to know Ed is at this point, right? Ed has been one of the foundations for the AV Tech Talks that we started this about 3 months ago. He's brought a lot of the panelists on board. He's been doing a lot of the work in the background. It's been a huge team effort, but Ed is deserving of that title, the brain of that operation. He's been doing phenomenal at it. He's been keeping us on track, keeping me on track. I'm very scatterbrained as I was going to tell you ourselves, we literally talked about this a few weeks ago and then had another talk about it a week ago. And then I literally designed everything today and got it out because I was like, so yeah, a little behind the curtains there. All the content designed, everything we did was done today. We demoed out StreamYard months ago as part of the AV Tech Talks. We demoed out Streamlabs. We demoed out OBS. We've been using all the platforms. We've been using Zoom. Everything we've talked about, we've used in different forms or another. And now we're here. So, I'm glad you guys could be here with us. I just want to, Austin, if you're okay with this, I want to play that intro video one more time, the countdown.
Oh, yeah.
I see this every you here. Some of you missed it. I'm really excited about this. We're going to play this every time we start this on Wednesday. It definitely hypes you up. I may have came in a little strong after it. I may do it again.
No, do it again. Do it again.
So sorry, guys. We're going to a little off track here. I'm going to do a little countdown timer for you guys. It'll be 60 seconds, and we'll come right back to us. I promise, though, it is worth it if you didn't see it at the beginning. It is epic. I created it with Austin. We had a blast doing it. So, again, 60 seconds, and we'll be right back. Tell me that's not awesome.
Did I get the boom too early though? Boom.
So we made that video today. Probably took us an hour and a half to make it. We got to tweak it a little bit. We'll trim it a little bit here and there, but super stoked about it. I got a comment while we were playing that from Ed about Austin here. So again, if you guys don't believe me, here's Ed Wallach, another guy who's saying the same things I'm saying. Kills it every week.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ed. I really appreciate that. And by the way, more people have been asking for more content. Like I said, we just dived in, just like how it took us months of planning, but just one day of work to get this going. I just shot it off the foot and we got Soul Food Sunday started. But right now we're working on content for 2 more series. So I look forward to you guys jumping on this on board with us, but it's going to be a fun ride. I got you.
So just so you guys know, this was just a quick launch for the podcast to show you how we're doing it, how we've changed some things around, how we're interacting it. It's still called the AV Tech Talks. This is the AV Tech Talks podcast edition. We'll be doing these live with you guys so you can see us talking to it. You can see the conversations. You can get involved in the conversations. Again, if you're watching this on the replay, you've seen us multiple times. Bring in your comments, bring in your stuff. I would love to hear you guys' feedback in the comments below or doing it live with us if you want to come in live. And just let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you think. What can we talk about? What can we do? We will be bringing back the AV Tech Talk panelists, the AV Tech Talk special guests that we've used so far. We've got about 11 people right now we can bring back. We'll see if timing works out and everything for them. This is kind of a labor of love for all of us. So please bear with us if we're not always exactly at 7:00 or right on time. But we do try hard to be on time with you. Austin and me demoed this out actually hours ago just to make sure we can get online, and we communicated and there was no streaming problems. And then at 7:30 we got online again. 7:35, I had a computer problem. I had to restart, so it was like on the wire a little bit. But just so you guys know, we're always trying to improve and get better, just like we are with AV Tech Talks with Ed and Christopher Brown or Bodie and Ed Wallach. Austin will be doing the same thing on the podcast side. We'll be bringing in great people to talk to, great people to move the conversation forward. And again, I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm sorry.
No, you're doing exactly what's necessary, but we also want to hear from you guys as well. We want to hear your feedback and see what you think about it. Any ideas on possibly how we can improve? And maybe you guys want the audio out of this so that you can listen to it when you're driving. We don't know, but we want to hear back from you.
Here's a good one about soul food. I love your soul food, man. I love the way you take positivity and bring the passion behind it. There you go.
Oh, man. Thank you so much, Bodie. I appreciate that. Positive, little smart encouragements like that. Those is what gives us the courage to keep moving forward, man. Chris Brown, what's going on? We got Chris Brown and Christopher Brown.
Thanks for being here. Both Chris's. Thank you so
Chris.
Much, guys. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate it a lot. So like I said, we're gonna wrap up in another 5 minutes. This was just the official launch. So who's behind the podcast edition of AV Tech Talks. It's Austin and myself. We're here to bring the community together even further and dive into the conversations that we can't always have. Dive into conversations we can't always have on the AV Tech Talks because they are focused on the education. Chris, I'm glad you made it, man. I'm glad you finally made it. We made it as well, right? I have to work on way this actual podcast downloadable after it's done live. Oh man, I have to way to work this in an actual podcast downloadable able. Okay, so we'll talk about that. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you. See, so we're already getting positive feedback. We're already getting help out from the community. It's exactly what I wanted to happen. Again, I got 4 more minutes left. Austin, we have 4 minutes left. This is just a kind of launch to let you guys know about who's behind the podcast, what we plan to do moving forward. But again, we can't do anything without your guys' feedback. We'll do what we think is right for the community. We'll do, of course, what we believe would be the best for you guys. But really, without your support and your feedback, we're doing what we think is right. So,
absolutely. And if there's anyone in particular that you would like to come and be a host, an additional guest or something on this podcast, please let us know. If there's somebody that you want to hear from, or if there's a certain topic that you want to hear about, let us know. Let us know.
Robert, good to see you, man. Robert Schumacher is a video engineer and a switcher now. We met him, again, where Austin and me met, through OPAV at their facility. We met these guys through the GDN network at the time. Robert was a great guy, great learner, learned really quickly. At least I think he learned quickly. I think you were an engineer just humoring me. I
feel like he was playing out one low key. He knew what he was doing all the time.
He was low key balling.
Oh, he's a badass. He's a badass.
Yeah, no, we definitely had some good calls, some good shots. I loved watching the replays when you did your stuff, man. You were great. But again, Robert Schumacher was there with us at the beginning. He supported us. Robert, I know you have some great insights. I'd love to bring you into this conversation one day as well, and let people know about your talent, your education, your experiences. It's all about Adrian. The podcast looking good, guys. Thank you so much.
Adrian, I miss you, brother. I miss you. Thank you.
Thanks for being here, guys. So it looks like we got a couple more comments down. Chris Brown, thank you. Love to talk. Hey, we love to have talkers. Who isn't me, by the way? Talk all you guys want. Love to have you on the show, brother. If you have a topic you want to talk about, you think will help the community out. Oh, here we go. I got a couple: labor, logistics, production management. We could talk about all those things.
Yeah.
I'm making notes right now with my right hand as we are talking. So labor, logistics, and production management. I have a couple people in mind for labor. I have a couple people in mind for logistics, or myself included in that. Production management, I might need to find somebody. I haven't done that myself in a while. I've done more project management stuff. But I appreciate the feedback. Everybody's seeing it now. If you know somebody who is competent in that field or who'd be good feedback for it, anybody who's retired or still in the industry, please let them know to talk to us. We'll bring them to the community, bring them to light, and they will be part of this screen here. We'll do a 3-way shot. They'll be the primary speaker.
Yes, sir.
Robert's telling us not to let out his secrets here. So yeah. Robert, sorry, man. I said too much. I apologize, brother. There you go. That's you, Austin.
Adrian, my brother. We'll connect soon, brother. We will. We definitely will.
I got Jeff Woodgreen here. So just so you guys know, Jeff and me have talked recently. We have some plans coming out for you with the AV Tech Talks on the educational side of this. Jeff has been a great support in the background with us. He's been an awesome ally to have. He is phenomenally knowledgeable, has tons of experience. Once we get a date with him ready to go, you guys do not want to miss that talk because he's going to drop some serious knowledge about the industry, Jeff is definitely the guy you want to know if you want to get into the streaming world and get yourself educated on what's happening right now and what we're going to move to in the future. Jeff, I hope I'm not saying too much. I apologize. But I'm glad you're seeing this, and I'll bring you down real quick. There we go. Thank you. So, Chris, we're gonna have to contact you after this. Between Austin and myself, we'll have to bring you on board.
We'll make that happen. We will make that happen.
We'll make that happen, man. Maybe you'll be one of our first talks then. Instead of talking to, we'll bring you on board for being here on day one of the launch.
It's about time.
It's about time. So, Austin, unless you got something you want to say, we can wrap it up, or we can go maybe another 5 minutes. But we're at that 30-minute mark. We've kind of, I feel like we've introduced ourselves, introduced the community a little bit of what we're trying to do here, what we're expecting. Obviously, we already got some positive feedback from the community. They know what's going on with it. So thank you, Robert. I'm getting ahead of myself. So every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, guys, we will be doing a AV Talk podcast edition. We will do a live vlogging of it, and then we will take these and we will post them on the back end on Spotify, Google Podcast, Anchor, and a couple other pages as well that it'll go out to. We'll do that within a day or two of the feed going out. We will still be doing the AV Tech Talks, the educational side of this, as well with Ed Wallach and Christopher Brown. And now Austin and myself will be handling the podcast edition. We may bring on another host with us as well, just to liven it up a little bit and make it a little bit more interesting. Austin is very knowledgeable. I'm very knowledgeable, but 3 heads are better than 2, and 2 heads are better than 1. So if I can bring in guys who want to commit to this time frame, Wednesday at 8 o'clock, you're more than welcome to join us. Also, I like the rule of 3 because if one of us has anything going on, we can't all be here. We're not locked down to this because, again, this is love. We are giving our time to the community, to you guys. So if you want to help us out in any way, let us know. Comment below. Send me a message. Send Austin a message. Just talk to us. Let us know, guys. We're our phones are right here. They're next to us. We'll communicate with you guys. But again, it's been 2 minutes extra. I'm going to stop talking. Austin, I'll let you wrap it up tonight. Welcome, guys.
First, I want to say thank you for all of you guys who joined us tonight, and we look forward to connecting with you guys next week. However, I need you guys all to remember this. At the end of the countdown next week, I need you guys to count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And after that 1, I need you all to give it a boom, because when this podcast starts, I need us to have some energy. Let's get this party started. Next week, Wednesday, I want us all to make that boom, all right? I'll see you guys next week. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys for being here with us. Good night.
See you guys, man. It's good being here.